new Friday evening. So, guys, before y'all stop watching and everything, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, make sure y'all hit that like button, and make sure y'all hit that notification bell on the right hand corner. You want to know why? Because we go live every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We don't miss a beat. We don't miss a beat. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. For as you guys know, our boy, excuse me, Ronnie, our boy, he's out on vacation, but he will be back on Monday. He will be back on Monday. But as you know, the show must continue, and we here to got some couple topics for you guys, really, really good topics for you guys. So, my boy Hakeem, man, how you feeling, man? How you feeling this wonderful Friday, sir?
I feel good and I look great. I feel good and I look great for a Slim Jim or a pepper. Thank God.
Hey, man, that's what you looking for, y'all. So all you Slimers and Peppers, y'all looking for Hakeem? He's right here, baby. He's right here.
Right here at Chaos Culture Radio, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with my brothers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, people. All right, people. Let's get into the topics. We got some good topics for you guys. So our first topic for today is we're gonna talk about some of these influencers that we watch on YouTube and Instagram, and about they practicing what they preach. Now, usually, some of these big, content creators, influencers you see on Instagram and YouTube, they practice a lot of things. What they practice it, what they say they do. These big YouTube channels, but in their personal lives, they really don't do that. I mean, when we get onto the onto the broadcast of the show, we're gonna name a few people who really don't do that. And the thing is like they tell you all these guys all they do, but real life they really don't do that. They really really don't do that. They really don't give a damn. They just tell you stuff. Either they get paid, something that's trending, especially in these relationships topics and these relationship podcasts. To me, that's the number one big thing that I think a lot of people they practice of what they preach, but they really don't do it in real life. So that's our first topic of today. We really gonna get into it. We really go, and then hopefully, you guys in the chat, y'all got some words to say about some, how some people that you might like or people that you don't like that they practice but they don't be preaching. Put it on the chat and let us know who you guys like, who don't like, who practice what they preach. So, without further ado, we got a couple videos we're gonna play for you guys, and after that, we're gonna jump into these topics. Go ahead, Akeem.
Shout outs to Sherry Bryan, the lovely, beautiful Slim Jim.
Shout out to you, Sherry.
Shout outs to you, Sherry Bryan. Listen, Sherry Bryan, I'm just only trying to look as good as Gorilla Black. Let's get that straight. You know what I'm saying? That's that. Let's get that straight with your influence. I'm just trying to get right, baby. Thank you so much. Shout outs to Young Greatness. Shout outs to Sky. Shout outs to Gorilla Black. Shout outs to the whole Bryant family. Thank you, Queen. I want y'all to be safe out there. Here we go.
Are you gonna practice what you're preaching? I really was doing the self-work previous to my relationship. And that's the only reason I was able to walk away, not happy, not geeked about it, but
walk away and still have some parts of yourself. Yeah.
High. Yes, parts of myself. I didn't lose myself. I didn't go into a deep depression, but because I did the self-work. That's the only reason. Prior, I was single for a decade before I was with this man. And leading up to that, from the journaling to the therapy to the yearning for healing, even though I'm still not fully healed in certain areas, that situation showed me
you love yourself.
What? God literally put him in my life to be like, okay, you preaching all this self-love to these girls. You preaching all this, you don't have to deal with this to these girls. You preaching all
manifest the life you want.
Manifest the life you want to these girls. When I put you in the position, B. Simone, are you going to practice what you're preaching?
It's easy to be a definition of what you preach. It's easy to say, it's harder to do. Yeah. It's a battle. So being okay with understanding that I'm going to lose and win in this battle, and you have said this is what I'm destined to do and I'm going to give my all, and every day I show up with 100%, regardless of the outcome, I'm showing up with 100%. The only consequence is failure. By the way, not trying is failing. I want to make that very clear. Not trying is failing. There's a lot of things that people can't do simply because you've never tried to do it.
So there you go, people. There's a couple of videos we showed you guys about practicing what you preach. Now, as for you guys know, there's a lot of, like I said earlier, there's a lot of content creators who practice what talk a lot of stuff and they really don't do what we do. But I know here at Chaos Culture Radio, when we preach, when we try to preach out here on the show, on the broadcast, we do it, wherever we say that we do on Chaos Culture Radio, we do in our personal lives. We're 100% real. We don't bad talk. You don't see us like on other also social medias, Facebook, Instagrams, not doing what we're supposed to do. But we say something like that, we actually do what we're supposed to do, and that's facts. So Hakeem, I'm gonna pass to you, man. How you feel about certain influencers not practicing what they preach?
90% of them don't practice what they preach. Spew all type of lies and leading our women and men to the wrong situation. I want to take our beloved sister as an example, Cynthia G. Due to the fact that I'm happy that her page is gone, but I also feel sorry for her and some remorse. You criticize black men, disrespected them, calling us bandits, dusties, and this and that. You went and had a baby by one. A guy who had already 5 kids. 5 kids. And now you was preaching to women to hate the men that God created for you. I know all black men ain't created equal. I know a lot of us ain't good. I know a lot of us are walking away from our kids. You know what I mean? Shout outs to Sugar Bum, but how come you had a baby with the people that you despise of? You know who else I'm praying for? And I know I'm going to get in trouble for this? The Queen Maker. I'm asking for the YouTubians. I'm asking for the YouTubians, the YouTube gods. I love you so much, YouTube. Sergey, I love you so much, YouTube. I pray that you have strike her down for the misandry that she speaks, because I know she ain't practicing what she preached. Queen Maker, you was in the army. You do that in your own household. Don't try to convince these black women to hate us. We gonna work our differences, because I definitely know it's something going on with you that's gonna come out, and the hand of God shall strike you. 500 lashes, 600 lashes. Go ahead, my brother.
It's okay. I understand, Hakeem. You just gotta let it all out, yo. As not to why, I do feel bad that Sister D, she lost her page too, because end of the day she was making money. She's making good money, and when you lose income like that, I'm gonna be real. It's tough. You don't want to see. Even though Sister D, she say all these bad bandits and all that type of things. We feel bad.
No, we do.
But it's always consequences of what you do. I don't care if you're doing it for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. It's gonna be consequences, people. It's gonna be consequences. I give you another podcast. Let's talk about Fresh and Fit. Do they practice what they preach?
Nope.
Do they practice what they preach? Hell to the no. No, they do not. At first, I ain't gonna lie. I did like Fresh and Fit at one point at the beginning and everything. They was building their podcast. They had special guests, whatever. And then when you start seeing some things, they start flexes of certain things. And then when you try to see, they talk about women this and women that. But what they do, they go on they pay the women. They go online and pay these women, and also these OnlyFans women. It's like, wait a minute, y'all talk about men are the top of the chain. Men want traditional women, but what they do is not so traditional whatsoever. Then they can't get women, and so that kind of opened my eyes. And then you look at other content creators. You just named 2: the Queen Maker. Cynthia G, that's so true. Yes. And but yeah, it just makes me open my eyes, as in also some Instagram people, they might practice of what they preach, and that and that like that open my eyes and say, what y'all really living? What y'all really living? Y'all not living like that. Or let's just say some of these rappers. Do they practice what they preach? Hell no. Some of these rockers are broke. They say they got money, they got chains and everywhere, but some of them is broke. Some of them rappers, we make more than them, my king. Y'all, and you already told me that. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Until y'all told me that, I was like, wait a minute, what? Hey man, like I said, here on Chaos Culture Radio, you make sure even though all three of us has our different opinions, we as real as we get. I'm gonna say it like that. We are real as we get. We try to lead people in the right path. We might splash a little entertainment in here or there, But at the end of the day, we as in Chaos Culture Radio, we like to spit something that's truth, and hopefully, all these videos that we make, all the shorts that we make, all these lives that we do, hopefully, we do have a very small minority listen to us, pass it on, share our stuff, like our stuff, ask for subscribers. Sherry Bride's in the building. She's in the building. We appreciate you so much, Sherry. We do. But yeah, man, some of these content creators who don't practice what they preach because they got their own stuff they got trauma of, and it's be building and they don't get healed. So what they do, they talk about it on YouTube, and spare out all that anger, the envy they have for certain people, or certain genders, or black people, black men, black women, black whatever, yo. And to me, that's his goofiness. And the thing is, we talk stuff like that, you're on a thin line, especially when on YouTube, you're on a thin line. And then once you're on that thin line, that line's gonna break, and you're gonna get and if you're partners with YouTube, you're gonna get demonetized. Or worse, you're gonna get terminated. And the thing is, they're so complicated, they don't save up their money. And then they're gonna be begging. I heard Synergy has a GoFundMe account, Hakeem.
Yes.
She's begging.
Yep. She and then
and I was saying, and the thing is, if she wasn't sparing her all that black men said, we as black men, we would have helped her out.
We do want to help her out, and let's get something straight, people. Cynthia G still has a child that we will never mention, we'll never disrespect. She still has a child that she has to take care of. And we care for the child. I don't care for her, but I care for her child. You know what I mean? I care for the Queen Maker's children. I care for Minister Japp's kids. I care for Tommy Sotomayor's kids. I don't give a F about them. They not in my community. They don't represent what I represent. I love black women. I love black children. I love black men and I love black women. These are ingrates who come here, preach division, while our counterparts are sitting here. Look how they talk about each other. Them niggas ain't no good over there. They talk about their own woman and men there. You're not going to find us here disrespect black men or disrespect black women, especially black women, due to the fact that the way they're being presented in America as sex objects. No, baby. So, listen, she said all these hate she spew about aborting children. Right? Mind you, listen now. She goes and tells you if you're pregnant with a black man's child, she'll tell you to go abort. And you wonder why your page is not here? You telling other black women to abort black babies, but you go have a black son yourself from a 5-time loser. A 5-time loser. Let's get that straight. A 5-time loser. The same thing you disrespect. He said, black women feel safe and seen here. Queen, that's all we're trying to do. That's all we're trying to do. So the influence, I don't want people to get influenced by the influencers. And a lot of these people here are here to make money. My homeboy here, Jordan, Ronnie, and me, our bank accounts are filled by God. I just want you to get that straight. Our bank accounts are filled by God. The deposits is already being made. We've been rich. I don't know what your definition of rich. I live a very comfortable life with family and friends. My mother and father is still here with me, and my sisters, and a lot of you in YouTube spaces are good. You know what I mean? So we need to be careful with who we listen to and allow in our minds. And this is why, thanks to my beloved, beautiful brother here, he said, let's not get influenced by the influencers. This is not hate. We don't want to be attacked by none of your minions and stuff. We just want to try to say, why you preaching this? The other people on the other side are looking and laughing.
That's true, Akeem. And the thing is about these influences. This is how it got worse to me. Once, at the time, 20, 30 years ago, we didn't have YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that type of things. We had, majority but TV and sometimes games, that could kind of influence us in a way. Now, with Facebook, with YouTube, with Instagram, TikTok, now it has the broad of, not just, celebrities and, people on TV, news, national news, local news, or, state news. Now the average person can be, can have, shorts or whatever, get all these views, continue to get all these views, get all these subscribers, get all these followings. And they might be spewing the wrong message. But and then again, now they think about, oh, I could make this as a brand, like Patricia G did. You could make this as a brand. And to me, and it's, it's especially in our community, it's very, very hurtful. I give you another one, Crenshaw Rock. Now she's trending this week. She just bought her a house and everything. And I did a short a couple of days ago how she said, she has one kid, and she has opportunity to have 12 more kids. Mm-hmm. And she said, one down, one on the way, and 11 to go. And then when she said, one on the way, she told me she might be pregnant again. Oh,
you just had a baby.
Yeah.
You're not even healed. You need to protect your energy, baby. That's why I say, where's the black women in her life who to keep her in check? Where they at? Because I know they're not co-signing that over there, but this is the problem. When you getting money, nobody can't talk to y'all. There's a lot of people who get online who watches influencers could be going through something in their life. They could be suffering from depression. They could be suffering from insecurities and confidence issues. You got some of you kids who watch us, and we try to be careful how we talk. We know you're using your mama and daddy accounts. So that's why we here try to be very specifically careful on how we craft our messages, because we don't know who watching this. We want your accounts to be full. We want you to be satisfied with who you are as a person and not look at what these people jump online and let them make you think what you need to be or what you have to be. A black woman's beauty is beautiful just the way it is. There's a reason why all y'all come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. Fat, small, pepper, slim, light, dark. Same thing with you brothers. And be comfortable with you not having enough money for the type of woman that you want. You ain't get there yet. Annie up. And don't degrade her for her preferences. But the problem is, a lot of us, particularly in our community, are grifting. We're selling information. We're making ebooks. We're selling courses that ain't getting us nowhere. None of y'all got God in y'all stuff situation. None of y'all care about God. None of y'all preaching to get married, but you telling us to break away from the men that love you the most. I ain't saying all of us now. I'm not saying all of us, but I'm saying this. We need to be careful how we present ourselves to this, because there's people are watching, kids, women, and other people from other races. I give a care about what everybody else doing. I'm only worrying about over here. I'm only worrying about the women here. I don't care about what none of y'all doing over there. I'm checking anybody who disrespecting us over here and making sure, hey brother, you getting online, let's fact check you. I don't care if you from Sudan or Barbados. And I said that for a reason, because that's where Fresh and Fit from. Who's checking them boys? They look like us, but they don't represent Black Americans.
Yeah, that's true. Shout out to Loso.
Loso.
Shout out to you, man.
That's my guy. That's my guy. I went to high school with him.
Oh, okay.
Real dude. Solid. Devoted father. Stand-up guy. And listen, these are men like him, you, Jordan. They don't get talked about. Because you want to know why? These ain't social media niggas. They not online every day talking and yapping. Them niggas is out here putting in work, paying school fees and handling business. I'm out here talking about these guys like this who not out here for clout. Most of these niggas online is out here for clout and selling wolf tickets to y'all. God is the only ticket you need to purchase, my nigga. I'm telling you right now, if you don't get right, you're going to lose everything. Trust me when I'm telling you.
You're right about it, Akeem. And here at Catch Culture Radio, that's what we, other, YouTube spaces, they might, go back and forth with us. We like I said, we don't talk about that crap. We make sure we talk about real stuff that happened in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, speak for us as Black men. We not talk about because we're pretending. We talk about because we know some of these Black men who do what they're supposed to do. And you look at a statistic, it shows that black men are doing what they're supposed to do. Hopefully in the next couple of years, the census will come out, and also in Black demographics, it will show the recruitment of what Black men are really doing to help our community. And I really feel that we're doing something. So I know for us, it's our job at Chaos Culture Radio. It's our job to continue to tell what good Black men are doing, because it's more than y'all think it is. It's not very, very little. I just feel like some women, some, not all, just some, they just attracted to toxicity. And then all this toxicity they talk about, all the toxicity they've been through, all their experiences, and that's what when they talk about it, just talk about like it's like the world is nothing but toxicity, which is not the thing. You need to go get some therapy, get healed, and also once you get that, continue to do the work. Because there's sometimes women and men, they might do the work, they might get healed, but they don't continue to do the work. Because sometimes you might fall back steps a couple of times. It happens. But the thing is, you're not continuing to do the work to be the best version of yourself. And that's why some of these influencers can't, and also some of these influencers that you might like, you really got to pay attention to what they're trying to do, because they might push back a step back once or twice as well. Y'all need to know that. Go ahead, Akeem.
You said something real pivotal. A lot of the influencers we watch set us back. And this is why scamming is so rampant. This is why the messages that have been preached are so delusional. We live in a real world here. And I wanted to highlight what you say about Black men. And I want to hone in on that. Black men make the best stepfathers. We've been stepdaddies way before y'all even know it. Half y'all niggas don't even know who y'all real daddy is, because a real nigga done stepped up for you. A real nigga done stepped up for you. Don't listen to these goofies and what they tell you about. And don't listen to the goofy niggas who say that Black men ain't checking for single mothers. We've been checking for them and still checking for them. We gonna always check for them. I don't know who them goofies is. Them niggas in the Brickell high rises, or them niggas I don't know. I don't live in that space. I don't live in that space. I know in my community, all these women are here for us, and they've been taking care of us. So we gonna always be here for our kids, and always be here for kids that are not ours. Because here's the thing: when you a Black man in America, and this is the influence, something the influencers don't know tell you, because white men practice this, Indian and Chinese men practice this. When you are a man in a particular community, you are father to all kids, just like God. Shout outs to the coaches, the black coaches in the ghetto who mentor these kids and put these kids in the check. Shout out to Prime. Shout out to Coach Prime. Travis Hunter got a daddy. Travis Hunter got a mama. But why Coach Prime take Travis under his wing? And when he acknowledged the boys on the team, he say, my other son. That man got a wife with other kids. This is what black men do. There's a bunch of kids running around here. I call them my boys. I say, I just ain't physically birthed you. But influencers ain't talking like that. They telling you, oh, don't date no single mom. They ain't gonna do nothing for you. You don't have access to the kids. It's not yours for you to possess. These are gifts from God that are here that you play a position in their life. Who's telling you this? Not the goofies. Go ahead, my brother.
Remember, Hakeem, dating, remember that was new to us. We said don't date a single mother.
Yeah.
When we heard the YouTube, that was new to us. If the thing is about it, it was just certain information about, not dating. There's still pros and cons to that.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, because if you date a particular type of woman, who has, a couple of baby father who don't care, not even marriages. Okay, we get all that.
We get that. There's nuances.
But there's nuances, exactly. But there are some good, black women that are, maybe a single mother who's looking for marriage, because they have made a mistake and they're trying to do right. Go ahead, I say something.
You're right, but listen here. I want to ask the men who come from single family homes who are so you telling me your mama don't deserve love because your daddy didn't stand in a plate? Do she not deserve love? I want to ask the black men who come from single household. Do you mean that your mama don't deserve a man to come in and love her? I want to mention this brother's name. Charleston White. His mother was a single mom. She had got married and had been with her husband for a couple years. Why didn't he objected his mama and did something else? And he talks about this vividly. Why you think Charleston White said, I care about the babies? Nobody not listened to it. He said, I don't care about nothing else but the babies. Black women are his biggest supporters. He never shits on black women. Am I wrong? We ain't doing that either here. I don't care who you goofies are, women or men. We're not them type of influencers to influence you to the wrong way. We need to get married. These babies need to get taken care of. They need to get fresh sneakers. They need to see positive images of black men. They need to see positive images of black women. I don't care if you from Zamunda, or you from the backyards of Haiti, or you from Compton, or you from 8 Mile. If you black and you dark skinned, or you might be light bright or mocha brown, be careful the message that you spew out here. We not only watching you, but God is watching your goofy ass too.
And I want to say this before I go to the next topic.
Yeah.
And this is in my personal life in the past. Even though my father wasn't there at half the time, we considered don't talk. There was a guy, he passed away in 2005, and he was a father to me when my father wasn't there. Name was Dale Smith.
Woo.
And he never, like I said, he dated my mom in the early ages, but after that, him and my mom was friends. And anything he needed, he was there until he passed away, God by stones in 2005. And he was like, he treated me like the best daddy it was. And then there was another guy, he treated me like I was his son too. And I'll just say this, Hakeem, out of all the races, black men are kings or stepfathers.
Come on, let's get it. Let's talk
They're the
about
kings.
it.
They're the kings.
Let's
So
talk about it.
I don't know who better. Because I feel like black stepfathers are kings.
Let's talk about the fact that you remember his name. And you, because listen, this is not the first time you spoke about him. I wonder if his other kids know that you speak highly of him.
Yeah. And their families, like his mother and aunt, they still my mother's and auntie. Even though we don't have like direct contact, they all follow me on Facebook. They know what I'm doing right now.
You see, that's and shout outs to them because we're all a blended family.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I want to read this and I want to do a quick moment and we'll go to the next. He said, "They're always a positive male role model you strive to aspire, even if you're not in your own father."
Yeah.
In African tribes, the men take care of all the kids, no matter what hut you come from. We do that. We practice that still to this day, depending on the integrity of a man in the ghetto. We look after all these kids, and I want RP to Dale Smith, and shout outs to a lot of you brothers who have came into people's lives and done exemplary work. Go ahead.
Facts. Okay, people, that's already the topic about influencers because, hey, we talk some real game about influencers, but we talk about real influencers, especially in our community, who definitely important, and people definitely want to push them out because they are definitely always been there in the past, and they still here in the present, and always going to be here in the future. All right, now let's go on to our next topic. This topic is trending, and it's about Jada Pinkett Smith. So as you guys know, she came out with a book, Worthy. Came out 2 weeks ago. Jumping off from TV shows to podcasts, trying to promote her book. But look at her book sales. It's not doing so well. Her book flopped. It's not doing good on Amazon. It's not doing good on ebooks. Apparently, as I could say, people is tired of Jada Pinkett Smith. Everybody's tired. We got a video we're going to play for y'all, and after that, we're going to chop it up. Go ahead, Akeem.
Jada Pinkett Smith's shocking tell-all memoir didn't make it to the top 10 on several major bestseller charts. Jada's memoir, titled Worthy, recently revealed a 7-year separation from husband Will Smith. Despite the buzz, the book didn't crack the top 10 on many bestseller lists. It ranked 3rd on Amazon's charts for a week, but later plummeted to 81st position. The memoir even struggled with reader reviews. It also failed to make it to the top 100 on the Kindle e-reader chart and the Publisher's Weekly lists. Although the memoir is performing well on the New York Times bestsellers list, it can be said that it is a complete flop. Have you read Jada's book?
Hey man, it is not looking good for Jada Pinkett Smith. It's just not looking good. Jada, she tried all these things. She tried her book. It's not doing good. Red Table Talk, that was there for like 4 or 5 years. And then they got dropped from Facebook, not doing good in the movies and business. And, really just continue to disrespect Will Smith. And I'm also heard that she also said this in an interview. I heard this a couple of days ago. She said after, it was separate for 7 years, that when the Oscars came, that's when they started getting back together again. And now they're back together again. This has confused the hell out of me. They did together or not together and everything. I just don't get it with these people. I really, really don't. But Jada, for me, Jada, I'll just personally, I'll just say this, Jada. Anything that you do is not going to work because a lot of fans that you have, a lot of people that used to like you, they're not rocking with you, Jada. They're not. Because you just exposing Will Smith, but you should never ever do. Everybody knows that. Even your kids say, hey, you're doing too much, mom. Your kids say that. And now what happened? Your book is flop. And the thing is, and I heard she said she's trying to do another red table fight next year. That's in the work. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think that's gonna happen, Jada. To me, it looks like Jill said y'all in it for life. What I'll do is keep my mouth shut and let Will be Will. Because Jada, I don't know what else you can do. I don't know what else you can do. Go ahead, King.
No, definitely. Shout outs to the lovely Miss Tamika Mays. She says she's listened to the book. It's not a feminist propaganda everybody thinks. My man Loco Nika said it says I'm tired of her, Will Smith and August Alsina. Me too, my brother. And I want to give this point. I want to highlight something that regular people do that these people don't understand. I want to bring Sherry Bryan in this, and I want to say this. If you're not praising your man, you don't need to say nothing at all. Shout outs to your wife. She praises you online. Shout outs to Sherry Bryan. She praises her man. When you publicly emasculate a man online, y'all also forget women are not your only viewers and who's going to buy the book. Men are also here too. We read books as well. When you're constantly talking about other men, aka Tupac, then we found out that you've been an adulterer in a relationship, aka August Alsina. How do you think other women who value their values are looking at you? You tanked your own book before it even released. A lot of people had lost respect for you. And let's also remember this. We loved you in a different world, but we love Will more. Let's get that straight. A lot of people love Will Smith because Will Smith has been the example of a clean-cut black man that a lot of us were striving to be. So the fact that you go out here and tell your wifely situations, the last thing you do is talk about what's going on with you and your husband out in public. It's not in the Bible, but it's not in the Bible, but I feel that's against God. You should not make your husband look like a fool, or you should not even make your woman look like a fool in public. Regardless of who agrees with you, there are going to be many who don't. I would never talk bad about any woman I've ever been with because they've been blessings in my life. And I hope y'all listening. Y'all made me a better man. Y'all made me a better listener. And y'all made me a better, to be more attentive. But we ain't going to disrespect you here. You shouldn't too. Loco Nika said that. He said, Loco Nika said, it's crazy how Will Smith is not winning in life and he's a good guy. You heard what he said, Jordan. We need to hone in on it. I want you to comment on it. Because listen here. Loso said something real pivotal. It's crazy how Will Smith is not winning in life. A lot of us might think just because he has money, he's winning. No, he's losing here. His kids don't respect him. His wife don't respect him. Now the world don't respect him. You have no scruples. Go ahead, brother.
The thing is about it, I can't. It just shows you how crucial it is important or what type of spouse you have in your life. For years and years and years, Will Smith praised this woman. Praised this woman. Almost blessed this woman.
Brought her
a leg, held her to the highest pedestal. I remember one episode on Red Table Talk and how she was talking about how Will, I think it was for her 30th birthday, he wanted to do something amazing and glamorous and everything. And he got some stuff, history put into the tape and everything. This one to have a big special day for Jada Smith's 40th birthday. She come out and said, I ain't like nothing. I ain't like none of it. So when a woman, your wife, saying that, and you worshiping the hell out of this woman, and she's not doing the same thing or even more for you, you gotta cut her loose, bro. Cut her loose. But the thing about Will Smith is, I feel bad for Will. I feel bad for Will. He just won't cut her loose.
No.
He won't. And the thing is, as everybody's saying, we all, the average person, people on social media, well, not us, but a lot of people say, yo, man, Will Smith, she just continued to hurt your brand. And Will Smith just lost a lot of respect for everybody. A lot of respect, even for me. I don't know about you, Hakeem, but like I said, we used to look up to Will Smith, to the Men in Black, the boys, the Bad Boys, I Am Robot, all his Ali, his brilliant blockbuster movies, one of the greatest actors of all time. But what your wife is doing, yo, she just took that roller coaster that you was going high with the peaks, all the way high, and then she just took that roller coaster all the way down.
It's right. I want to highlight two things that two of my beloved people have said. Fresh Town Florida said Will is stuck in his own expectation, which is a fact. Now, here's something that this is a woman who said it, and she said it. I didn't say it, but we talked about this so much on the show. His failures reflects on him. He asked her to marry him. Will and Jada was not supposed to be together. They wasn't equally yoked. And a lot of people might get misconstrued on what I mean by that. Not from a spiritual sense, but from a attraction sense. If the girl from Salt and Pepper didn't want to talk to Will, why would Jada did? Because the girl from Salt and Pepper and Jada, they both like street niggas. Let's get that straight. Will is a Pokemon boy. I'm using that as an analogy. Weird, unique, socially awkward, different black guy that most typical black women would not date. So you have to go with people who mess with you. Then him forcing himself on her. She looked and most women are gonna do what's the best for them. And I'm not blaming her, and maybe she loved him at one point. Will is the best actor in the world. She is hypergamous. She's gonna have kids with somebody who can financially take care of her and him. But I don't think even from jump that she even liked him like that. We need to be honest with ourselves and not get with women knowing that they don't like you like that.
Yes, sir. And there was one content creator. Shout out to Jason Black from the Black Authority, man. Black Authority. I know you know about Jason Black.
Love him.
But he said what you just said, Hakeem, and he said it thoroughly. Especially for men looking for women, especially if you're going into relationships and you're really going into a relationship. If a woman says I didn't like him at first, and then at first, that means she wasn't feeling you at first. Usually, when you go into a relationship, y'all both need to be feeling each other. It shouldn't be, I didn't like him at first, but it took me time and everything. To me, it should be instant. If you feel somebody, you like how he looks and everything, like how he talks, bam, that's how you build something. But if you start building like I didn't like him at first, maybe this, be patient with it and everything. It's like when you don't like a person at first, it's not the right person for you. And I don't feel like people should be, people that don't like each other should, hey, let's keep on trying. Like, no, to me, that's a waste of time. Do something. You should go for somebody that likes you the first time, the first fight. I'm feeling you. If it feels there, that means it's genuine. Simple. That's what I'm saying. So y'all two investors. My two investors. It's the topic we got to talk about.
We are invested, Sugar Bum, because you want to know why. We need to teach men to not force themselves on women, knowing the women don't like you. This is what we're here for, and you need to invest yourself in the women that do like you. But a lot of dudes want to go what they think is the best option, but the best option they shitting on. Fresh Town Florida said he gaslight himself in believing she wanted to marry him. And that's a fact.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, like I said, that was the case. Why you didn't fight so hard in your first marriage, yo?
Oh my God, please. That woman, she was gorgeous. I don't know if he felt like he leveled up and wanted to leave that Christian woman for Jada. Jada wanted street niggas. She's from Baltimore. She's talking, look in her book, she said I was selling crack. I sold cocaine. No, give me a lane. Give me a better cracky type girl. She said she left him. That's a fact because she didn't want him. He's a tall nigga with big feet. Why she want a nigga like that when she wanted a nigga that was cocky and strong with drip and swag? Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, look who she was dealing with. I seen her. He was a nigga with drip. Get you a Betty Crocker type girl, nigga. And stop trying to chase after women. You know what type of nigga they want. Let them love the nigga that they want. If she can't see you sweating on top of her, why are you sweating her? A lot of these women know who they like. Let's read this. So we should blame social media for this, or he just insecure in his head and what happened. We would growing up talking about the opposite attract. I love that he say that.
I was gonna say, if you read his book, you'll know. I'm gonna say, read his book. Read his book. Read his book.
Read his book. Will is 100% to blame for this situation. Listen, Sugar Bum, we're not pushing narratives here. Sugar, my love, DC's finest, Germantown, I love you. Listen, we're not pushing. Listen, Will is 100% to blame here. Jada liked who she liked. Will forced himself on her. Will made himself believe that I can make her like me. I can make her want me. I can make her love my scent. No, nigga, she didn't like you from the get-go. You're a lame. You're a lame to her. Go get with a woman who don't think you is a lame. A lot of us men, we want these type of women to overcompensate for insecurities. I was one of them niggas. I wanted me a light bright. I wanted me a Slim Jim with long 26 inches weave, fat ass, the cleats checking, knowing I couldn't afford it. I was hanging around.
Before I met my wife, I was just like that too.
You see what I'm saying? We was just, and nigga, I was hanging with scammers just to get me a baddie. I'm in the mix with them. Say, I hope they give me their leftovers.
Yeah, I want a chick that had long stitches in her hair, bamboo earrings, at least 2 pairs.
Especially the ones who got the tattoos right here down on their neck like this. Nigga, I was in love. Like this, and the cheeks was clapping in those spandex. I say, damn, my nigga, I'm gonna make her my wife. Nigga, I didn't even know I didn't even care if her punani stank. She was bad.
But she wanted to be your wife. So I'm gonna make her my wife somehow.
I'm gonna make her my wife. But reality starts to set in. And I said to myself, I'm chasing them when I got real women who love me for me. Why I'm not wifing them up? Why I'm not wifing the Betty Crockers? Why I'm not wifing her up? The one who was wearing aprons, she say, Hakeem, I'll bring you a plate today now. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I should have wifed the one who was in that Cadillac with the shocks broke down, and that trunk was dragging, cause she showing up was bringing the nigga a meal.
And they be feeling you at the get go.
At the get go.
At first jump, they feel you.
You can fart. You can fart to see. Boy, you so nasty.
And they don't care. They won't care.
They won't care. This boy.
Right.
That nigga nasty, but I
because if you part of the man, it's like, oh, he's just a man. That's what they do.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We said, boy, I love that boy. That boy stank. I put some potpourri in there after he get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because you know.
Or I'll make him a good meal so he won't fart.
Come on, man. You know what I mean? Or she'll make you smoothies and say, we're gonna make you eat right. Mean Street say, I really didn't want to get married.
Facts.
Jada said that.
Yep.
She didn't even, she wasn't even, listen, I'm even wondering, did Will even force her to have those kids?
Yeah. And like I said, we gotta jump on Will too, because he likes chicks like that, because he liked the chick Salt. She liked the chick Salt. And she, like I said earlier, you said Hakeem, she liked the bad boys.
She was with Tretch.
Yes, and the thing was with Will, it's like he always think he could get in the chains and women's change like a change woman, but Will, you can't do that. You can't. And now they send her in a good space right now, and which I really personally don't believe, because I heard Jada Pinkett Smith. She said she's like a street nun or something like that, which I don't know what the hell that is. What the hell is a street nun?
A street nun. Now we're glorifying dysfunctionality, and she's a millionaire. Loso Nika says she was drunk when she got pregnant. I believe that.
I believe that. Both of them. Both of them.
And that's sad. Listen, and that's sad when a woman have to get intoxicated for you to sweat on top of her. She wants. Listen, she need to be sober when you on top of her sweating. She need to be sober. She say, "Baby, come here and handle your business."
I can't. She's probably writing letters. Dear Tupac, I wish you to have my kids. I wish you would have my kids. Why you have to go? Why you have to leave me?
Listen, you know what was the most damaging thing for me that I know Will never recover from this, and a lot of people overlook this? When his own daughter wrote a letter and say she wished Tupac would come make my mama happy, I say, nigga, go for the hills.
Hey, Hakeem, that would have hurt my soul.
Nigga, I was hurt for him.
I know that hurted his soul. That's a soul hurter right there.
Oh,
your kid had to write a letter to Tupac and say, I wish he could fix her.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh man, my soul will be hurt.
That shit, I say, this is your daughter here. You supposed to be the vision of the type of man she wants to be, but Tupac is, and Tupac wasn't even a real thug. He was a thespian, an actor. That's why, because that's why they Swiss cheese his ass in the whip. God bless the dead. God bless the dead. We all know how he got into his situation, jumping the dude at the MGM. He jumped a real live stepper, and them steppers came back. That's why I stayed away from the streets, because I know I ain't involved in that. I want to live and eat good. But we need to start having these conversations. And this is why a lot of us need to look at Will and look at it from a microcosm and look at it in our own lives and say, why are you chasing something that don't like you? Lots of times we can't blame these women and say they're using these men when you're forcing yourself on them. Yes, she's going to take the bag. Yes, she might allow you to get pity, Punani. Because I believe Jada was having sex with Will as a chore. Not as pleasure, as a chore. Those kids she had was a chore, not for pleasure. When you could be with somebody who love you just the way you are, who accept you just the way. And here's the main focal point. We're gonna go back to this. Do you know that she has his book Worthy, and he has his book? I don't hear none of them talk about God. I don't hear none of them try to make sure their situation straight. They've been living separate for years. So tell me,
you're right, Hakeem. They never talked about.
They never talked about God. Not on any red table talk. Whenever he talked, it's just a bunch of shenanigans.
I can't remember all the interviews in the past. I can't remember any, because they used to go on Oprah a lot too. I can't remember stuff on the Oprah. They talk about God in their life.
They never talk about God, and this is why, you got people like and I want to use him as an example because he had a couple failed relationships, but his faith in God is so strong that he's still striving, and he's back winning. Let's talk about our beloved Steve Harvey. Lost the bag, gained the bag again, only through God. It's only been a testament. I never seen nobody who lost and won again within a short period of time. That's only God's work. You're going to be tested. Lost a woman, gained a new woman. So this is a testament, and this is something that I wish Will would reinforce. Maybe we need to get Steve Harvey on the phone. Because you want to know why? Steve Harvey seemed like he's the only entertainer we've been noticing. He's been the conduit to preaching scriptures and tell us. Maybe we need to have him listen to Habakkuk 2.2. Maybe he need to write what type of wife he want, and she'll come. Make it plain. He said, Will is a new ager in Scientologists, it seems. I believe that too.
Yeah.
That devil worshiping, them Scientology boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they out here heavy in LA, Hakeem.
I heard.
There was one, I got a quick story to tell y'all. I think I went to damn, God, I went to. But this was like during like late afternoon. I think I was going to a healthcare store or something like that, and I was going to take subway back home. And once I was going down escalator, there was a guy stopped me. Hey, you'd like to take a IQ test and everything? I'm like, I had free times in my hands. So I was like, okay, let's go. I did an IQ test. I had to do like 2 tests, 2 hours. And then they say I was above average, and it was talk about, you should get this book and everything, and talk about Scientology. At the time, this was like probably 2019. I didn't know about Scientology and everything. And then, once I started looking at it and then really think about it, I was like, wait a minute, some of this hope is like, wait a minute, something ain't right, because they, how they keep pushing you and pushing you and pushing you and pushing you and pushing you. To sign up and everything. I was like, no, something ain't right in my spirit. I left, but I put my information down, like your name and address. And once you put your information down, they'll keep sending you stuff once a month, which is crazy. And what's the I don't know if you know, but what's that 99-year contract you got to sign? You know anything about that?
I don't know about that. I'm out the loop about that.
Yeah, that says when you join, you got to sign like a contract for like 99 years or something like that. You got to be indebted or something like that. I was like, oh, I ain't mess with that. Scientologists, they crazy, Even though they say they're religion, no.
So look what Lil Sonika said. Thank you for saying this, because I'm misconstrued. He said not Steve Harvey. He cheated on his first wife with his second wife. That cheated on his second wife with Laura Harvey. You got me there.
Oh, I got you, Sonika. Okay, that's better. She said it's such to be a slave. I got you.
Be a slave. He said, what train station was that, brother, where they approached you at about Scientology?
This was Santa Monica and I think it was Santa Monica and Vermont, and it's right by where Kaiser Hospital is at. It's in the area and everything. And there's a building. It's a blue building too. You can't miss it. And the thing is, they always on Hollywood Boulevard too, with the Chinese theater. They always around that area too, try to get people. So they always around the Hollywood section. If you go around Hollywood, that's where they are.
No, definitely.
But yeah, man. Since I got a question for you, since they're not gonna leave each other, Hakeem, what do you see for them? They're doing next, Will and Jay.
They're gonna I'm going to protest this, since this is all out in the open now. They'll get a divorce within 2 years. It's not gonna last. The kid's already grown. Willow's out the house. Jaden, he's doing whatever. Batman.
Who's gonna file first?
I think it's gonna be Will. Because the immense pressure is gonna make him go find his true love.
I'm gonna disagree. I think if it's gonna file, I think it's gonna be Jada, because reason I'm saying that is because it's like everything flops. With the book of Red Table Talk, it's like there's something that you do. And I feel like, if nothing she can do with Will, I just feel like, okay, I may have to divorce and just get the money, and I can do my own thing.
Shout outs to Liberated Souls. Look out, brother Hakeem in chat. Shout outs to you, my brother.
Yeah, shout out to you, man. Shout out.
He said, wow, they approached me in Harvard Square train station with the same approach. No, definitely. And they say it's too late to control images. They already destroyed it. And this is going back to what Mean Streets say. He said, I think they're trying to image control their brand. Let me tell you something. Mean Streets, when Will allowed Jada to go out there, the brand was already done.
Facts.
The brand was finished. Whatever black love image, whatever image of the family whole, it was in it. The kids don't respect him. She don't respect him. Now we don't respect him. I don't care for a Will Smith movie now. Give me Denzel. Give me Denzel. Give me Samuel L. Jackson. I had to remove Will out my list now. Give me Morris Chestnut.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Boris, who's still with their wives until we find out something sketchy happened with them yet. Those are we can only rely on.
But the thing is about those things you just named, they're never in the tabloids. They're never in the internet. They're personalized. You never hear a peep of what they're doing.
Tell me about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Elite User Geek. I love you, Elite User Geek. And you're right. Don't remove Will. Nobody's perfect. Listen here. Will is still our brother. We didn't throw him away. You never hear about others with NDA and don't be fooled. Listen here. We didn't throw Will, but here's the thing, my brother. There's a certain level of respect that you have to have for yourself that we try to teach here as us being men, because a lot of us don't respect ourselves. And we go about doing this, and our own women have talked about this. And as men, we need to congregate together. We didn't throw him away. We'll never throw our brother away. But that we're removing from our list of images of what we look at as far as marriage, as far as being a black father. He doesn't represent that for us anymore.
Because like you said, I came before we talk about the Morris Chestnuts and Samuel L. Jacksons and Denzel. We looked at they were at the time, in the past. We looked at the number one.
100% before
at
Will
number
came.
one before Will and them and Beyonce, Jay-Z. We looked at them as number one. We all used to talk about them. We say we want a black marriage or a black relationship. We want like Will and Jada.
100%. Nobody wasn't caring about what Denzel and them did. And Denzel had been married since the 80s. I don't want to jinx myself. We've yet to hear a scandal about Denzel. Listen, his wife looks so regular, they look like they from the 80s. He said
that's allegedly, yo. They gotta confirm it. And for Will, from Jada, she's letting everything out. And from what I heard, she says, Will is not gay. They never been to anything like that.
Yeah. So we're going to
no, I would say the swinger things. What Jada's saying is completely false. So I'm going to believe it. If she gonna tell all that right now, all that stuff in her Will be gay. She said that it's not that he's not gay. They never done some stuff like that. I believe.
Yeah. Liberated Soul says a lot of us don't respect ourselves. You said a word there, bro. Oddly enough, I don't even think we men factor in self-respect. Oh Lord Jesus. Yes, Liberated Soul. We mainly only place the self-respect conception on women. Yes. Listen, Liberated Soul, we're right here. When I said that, I was taking accountability as being a man, not putting this on Jada. Because you want to know why? It's easy for us to place that on Jada. When are we going to respect ourselves and respect the decisions that we make that lead us into peril or to success? It's easy for us to blame her because we could gaslight and say, hey, she made me do this. Oh, I thought she was going to love me. I loved her and she did this. No, nigga, you chose her and you forced yourself on her. She didn't want to be with you, but she said, okay, I'm going to make this look good. Tamika May said, Denzel's a real man. Will inspired to be like Denzel by marrying Jada. That is true, but he need to remember, Denzel's wife had been with him since he was broke. Let's get that straight. Let's stamp that.
Samuel L. Jackson too. Him too. Samuel Jackson.
These women been there since they was broke. You need to have been with your first son's wife because she was there before you got famous. That's who need the praise and that. Let's also put something on Denzel that we didn't. Denzel did not do no kissing roles because of his wife. He said he didn't want to promote that image of him kissing white women online. Shout outs to Kingish, my brother, another married man who respects himself and is actively preaching knowledge. Y'all go subscribe to his page.
Please subscribe to Niners. I was watching this morning, man. Y'all had a good broadcast this morning, man. Shout out to Niners.
Niners always been building, and you know what I mean. And we look at him as a benchmark of how we, as a black man, on how to present yourself in the knowledge we need to acquire. But he has experience that I'm trying to get. That's the reason why when they do a live stream over there, you need to just sit back and just make sure you got your notes and your tea ready.
Facts.
Yeah. So, and he's married, and let's just get that straight. So we promote marriage here. So if marriage was such a bad thing, why a lot of these brothers who have a lot of self-respect about themselves are locked in?
That's true, Hakeem. Anything else you gotta say? Last thing before we close it out?
Love yourself. Love who you are as a person. Love God. Don't overlook the person who really likes you to get somebody who don't. We need to start growing up and stop judging people and stop judging yourself, thinking that you want to be along with the go along, get along gang. That's it.
I said this once, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. Stop looking at these celebrities as in, as in marriage material, because I say it all the time. Majority of celebrities that are married, they get a divorce. I said average of 5 to 10, they get a divorce. You know why? Because we talk about it on a yearly basis of which couple will get divorced and everything. So let's just stick with people that we know that married, that we know, friends and family. Let's stick with that. Put that as our benchmark, and we'll go with that. So hey guys, we about to end. We want to thank you guys for coming in. We're gonna give a couple shout outs. Shout out to Niners for always coming through. Liberated Show. Shout out to you always coming through. Shout out to Tamika Myers. Shout out to you. Who else? Shout out to Sky, Sherry Bryant. Shout out to Elite User Geek. So from Twitch, we appreciate you. Urban Noise, Fresh Sounds. We really appreciate you. Mean Streets. Always coming in the streets, man. Chaos Radio. Yes. Loso, John Smith. Shout out to you guys.
Joe Don't Hurt Him.
Joe Don't Hurt Him. Yes, sir. Sugar Bomb. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Our thumbnail. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Anybody that we missing? I didn't forget, Hakeem. I think we got everybody, right?
Yeah, we got Joe Don't Hurt Him. Urban Noise. Sherry Bryant. Loso Nika, my brother from another mother. Man, that really Tamika Mays. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We covered the family. That's it.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Ron Mustang, Governor Ron. He's not here.
Yes, with us. He's not here with us, but he will be back with us on Monday to chop it up and chop it up.
Oh, shout outs to we did forget the truth. The truth.
Okay. No, yes.
Yeah. Truth.
Truth. You came in. Yeah, he came in. He came in the beginning watching us. Shout out to you, Truth. Always, brother. We appreciate you, man. Always. And you always about to come in. So hey guys, that's included on our show. Remember, you guys hit the subscribe button. Please hit that like button, and I'll also hit that notification bell on the right hand side, because we do go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 o'clock Eastern time. And before you guys go, please take our community tab. We got the Chaos Culture Radio t-shirts. We're still working on the hats. Hats coming in real soon. Please remember, hats are coming in real soon. And also for you coffee drinkers, tea drinkers, we got the coffee mugs for you guys. So come in and support, and make sure you get check out Hakeem's book, Black Love.
Yes.
He has the stuff for you guys to make a successful relationship in marriages. We really, really appreciate you guys. We will see you guys on fresh thing on Monday. Chaos Culture Radio.
We out.